So you grasp a hold of that which is being given to you, but you must pour out your cup first.
Yes.
You must empty out in order to be filled up. And
Yeah.
what are you doing? You're filling yourself up with the first and the last, the beginning and the end, the olive through the tav,
Yeah.
the language of light and love.
Yeah, I don't know. We can go into this really quick. If you want to go into this verse really quick, but I have it up on mine. There's a lot in this. This is an offering. Now, this is a whole teaching that I don't know if we want to get into, but I already have it on another. It's just for another time maybe, but you can see this is what the peace offering is, and these are attributable components of the sheep and the ox, and really what's saying is a frequency of what your peace offering is, because that's what it breaks down to. This is your peace offering. This is your love offering. This is what it is. You're giving a love offering. What is the love offering again? You've built yourself as love through the Bet Tav, the 222.
Pouring out everything that isn't so that you can be filled of what that is.
So really when we say shalom, it's really peace to your journey in the process of building love. May you journey well, because everything about this is really building.
So that it comes from the root that we just talked about. But when somebody says shalom to you, what they're doing is they're giving you they're blessing you.
Mm-hmm.
They're blessing you. They're blessing you with safety, that you would be well, that you would have health, prosperity, and peace, so that you would be completed. And what is the difference? Why is this word now active from the state of shalom? It has the vav that has pierced your heart.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be applicable to those who have their heart pierced,
mm-hmm.
because all of this, that whole blessing, is given to those that connect with their heart.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So,
and we say shalom, shalom, because it's the peace of the mother and the peace of the father.
Yeah.
That complete you.
So can you go back, please, to 8003? We just left 8002, and we just brought up the sacrifice and alliance for friendship, a peace offering.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're at 803, and then we're back to complete, safe. And then that is now, you can see in that word, it says full, ready, peaceful, perfect. And it's the same word. That is from, it's from 7999.
Okay.
And there's two occurrences of this, I believe, and you can see that in Chronicles 12:39 and there's more than that, but the last occurrence I want to focus on this, and then there's one that caught my eye. And what is the last occurrence?
Isaiah
38:3, and it's talking about you in truth and with a whole heart. Remember, you're building something. And then the other one that caught my eye was...
Well, and that's interesting, because this word right here, this tov, this means good. Right?
Yep.
So we have the word truth, which is emet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Emet is the word for truth, and we have the bet in front. So it's saying, build yourself in truth.
Right.
Through the 222.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what Mother is going to instruct you, so you can be marked with the covenant of one love.
Now go up to 1 Chronicles 12:39. Now look at that.
A full heart.
Look how it's spelled, though.
The bet lamed bet.
But we're in Shalom. So you built it and it's connected. Now whether it's a mistake, but that's three bets right there.
Well, it's not really. I find this interesting. The first two letters, this is literally a word for heart.
Mm-hmm.
Bet lamed.
Bet lamed.
But it also means anxiety,
mm-hmm.
anxiousness, fear, and terror. So if you want to flip that, what is it telling you to do? So you may start this way. So anybody that's living in fear and anxiety right now and terror, because of things that they see that are coming upon the face of this earth, it's telling you to be a full-hearted one, because labab is really the root of the heart. That's how you actually spell it. It is through the twin covenants, the two teaching process of mother and father, that will fill your heart and reverse the tide of being anxious and fearful.
Yes.
Because it is the way of instruction, which is authority. So we have building the inside, because bet is inside, building the inside authority through the two covenants that are meant to build you on your inside.
Right.
That is what will, Shalom, complete you.
Yep, absolutely. So, again, we're talking about Thicket. I can't lose track of what I'm talking about because I need to bring this back to pastures and thickets. And yes, you're building a heart, but what is the, because this is all based on an offering. And so let's go to 8004 real quick. These are just little snippets to say, hey, there's really cool stuff in here. We could spend months in these things.
Or years.
Or years.
Or decades.
Like we have. So go to 8004. And now we have peaceful. And this is an early name for Jerusalem. So now Shalom.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
I know. So now this is tied to Melchizedek. This is the offering, King of Salem, King of Jerusalem, because this is the early name. So what you're building is Yara Shalom.
This is interesting because the word is in opposite order. It's Zedek Malek.
Right.
And Melchizedek, when you pull it up, is written Malchi conjunctive dash Zedek.
King of righteousness.
But this is the righteous king.
This is the righteous king.
Shalom.
You're right. So again, these are incredible studies, but I just wanted to show the connection between where we're going and what's being built, because this is so absolutely. How can you blow by Melchizedek, right? Because I'm trying to show what peaceful is and what love is, and then because we say peace and love, but we say those as words, but if we can't connect it to, you're saying. And what are we building? We're saying build Jerusalem. Because that's what's coming back down after the right-hand ascension.
Right, and in the New Testament it's written as Le Orshalom, the teachers Lamed that have the authority, that have taught their heart, or light, the teachers of light that have become completed, Shalom.
Right.
Paul writes it. It's been written a few times in the New Testament as Le Orshalom, and the people that have translated the Bible do not understand why it was written that way.
Right.
But those who have the codes and have the eyes to see and the ears to hear know exactly what that is saying.
Right.
New Jerusalem coming down, the bride coming down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is Le Orshalom.
Yep.
It's a people group. It's not a city. The book of Revelation is very confusing. Here, look at the bride coming down. It's New Jerusalem. It's a city. How can that be? No. They're people that have attributes.
Yep. So I wanted to stay at this word for a second, these two occurrences of this, because it's connected to Melchizedek. And it's connected to being all consumed, because this Melchizedek, this king now is all consumed. Otherwise, he wouldn't be Shalom, and so peaceful. And you can see in its own, it says an early name for Jerusalem, Shalom, Yara Shalom, and But I want to go to the next verse in Psalms 76, verse 2. His tabernacle is in Shalom. His dwelling place. Mm-hmm. I want to go into that verse, please. And I want you to hit 5520 real quick. His tabernacle.
Oh, it's a sukkah.
Well, hold on. But, so there's Thicket. Now we're talking about the Thicket, and we're talking about, yes, it is, and we're going to go there with it, but I don't think people know what sukkah is, so we're going to break this down.
Well, anybody that's been in the Hebrew roots movements that keeps the feast days will definitely know what sukkah is. This is only for the people that haven't experienced and don't know what the feast days are about.
Right. But it says it's from, so now we have Thicket, so you're building something, and it's connected with now Melchizedek, Jerusalem, tabernacle, and because it's directly connected to Thicket. This is what is connected. This is your dwelling. This is dwelling place. We're going to define what dwelling place is now through this Thicket, because everything that's going to be built is going to be consumed as an offering.
Well, this is a temporary dwelling.
And we are the temporary dwelling.
Exactly.
We are the temporary, and this is why we're building the sukkah through this process. So did you go to 5526?
26, which means to cover. To hedge in or fence about or shut in.
Okay, so that's one word. But go to the first occurrence of that, please. Just like I want to step you through this.
And it talks about protection, just so people can see.
Well, let's go to the first occurrence of this in Exodus 25:20. Just we need to slow this way down, because there's something going on here that I want to. So there's 24 occurrences of this, And this is now spread upward, covering the mercy seat. What's spread upward? Right? These are the wings. That this is spread now. So the wings are now spread upwardly. And and this is what we're building. We're building our covering. They call it wings, but we're building a covering.
Well, and right here is the word to ascend, Allah.
And we're going to talk about what ascension is, because that's exactly what we're building. We're building ascension, and now we're going to go into this. But I just want to go a little slower on this to bring it forward.
So to show people about this just from looking at it, here's the root kanaf here, and here's the root kanaf here.
Right.
So they can see the difference between, and we have the bet tav in front of it.
Right. So
the mercy seat.
If you go down into the, I want you to go down into 5526, go down into the deeper definition of it, and we see intertwine.
Entwine,
sorry. So now we see some entwining going on. And again, we're building something in a dynamic. Now, think macro, micro, where we're building inside and outside of ourselves. In the representation of love and family, this is intimacy. This is how we entwine for the spark that we are now exchanging expression of who we are for prodigy, right? To procreate. And we're sharing in this, and hopefully that we're all family and we're all one already. So we're just exchanging information so we can all be brought into the same measure of one. That's what we do as a family. Again, it's beautiful, it's lovely, and it's what we do to build one another in the process of time.
It's interesting here that they're pointing out Exodus 33:22 because this is coded. Because 33 is full illumination.
Right.
The 10 Sephirot, the 22 letter paths, the hidden Sephirot of Da'at makes 33.
Right.
This is a fully illuminated one. And how did they do it? Through the 22 letters. That's not an accident that this was here.
It's not. So I find it very amazing that the mercy seat is here, and then we have now upward coverings, and this is all about cherubim. But I want you to go to, and there's 24 occurrences, which the 24 is a strong number.
12 by 2.
Yeah. And so I want you to go to 5526A, please, because we're just at 5526, and overshadow, covering. And then go to 5526B, please. Weaving together. And think of garment making here, what we're doing, because we're building a sukkah, we're building something through pieces, weaving it together so we can complete it. And because this is all, again, we've already talked about the ark, and Moshe's ark was woven together, a basket in the earth, and he wove it together, and out of the basket he was brought forth into airship. And in the earth we have the representation of the ark, and we have the representation of the ark, from beginning ark and the end ark, but it's all being built for the process of being fully consumed.
I find it interesting too that one of the words that we were looking at earlier meant covert. We are doing this covertly. I mean, nobody knows what we're doing unless they're on our YouTube channel.
Right.
They don't know that we've been weaving and doing this for the last 4.5 years. Nobody knows this.
Right.
We only just recently came out. So this whole process is about covertly weaving your garments while you're in the world and not being of the world.
Absolutely. Can you go to 5521 for me, because it's still connected, and I'll bring it back to.
I can go wherever you want me to.
Okay. It's 5521. A sukkah, a thicket, a booth.
So if anybody wants to connect this is connect to Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles.
Right.
And Sukkah, having a Tav, the Feast of Tabernacles, is all about being marked with love.
Absolutely.
Unconditional love. But I do find it interesting that many times, if anybody has celebrated a group, a group tabernacles, Sukkot, most of the time there's arguing and bickering that's involved, which is like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Which means that they're definitely dealing with the beast ego nature in the flesh.
Right.
Because it should be about us gathering together in one love.
Right.
And if it's not, if you're still in the place of judging, then you haven't gotten there. Because Sukkot is the wedding feast
Absolutely.
of the ancient Hebrew wedding. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
The two becoming one.
I wanted to go to a verse that we're looking at right there. And Psalm 76:2 to deal with this. Oh, yeah, perfect. I want to break this down for a second. We're just going to go through this. But in English, it says,
And is in Salem his tabernacle and his dwelling place in Zion.
right. So his tabernacle.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Isn't that a Noth?
We're going to take a peek at it right now. But I wanted to just break this down. It's a very small verse that we can have a lot of fun with this, and then we can move to where the Spirit wants me to move. But so now we have and is, right? Way high, 1961. Do you want to just show them what that is?
It's from Haya,
Right.
which means to be, to become, to come to pass. This is the root of Yod He Vav He.
This is the root of Yod He Vav He.
So the word Ahaya, Asher Ahaya, I am that I am, the Haya has an Aleph in front of it.
Right.
I am one.
Right.
I will come to pass as one.
Right.
I will be one.
So now be one, and then go back out, please. And then let's go to 8004, which is now Shalom. And it's now got a bet, right? Ba Shalom.
Yeah.
So now be this, build this. Bit, and that.
And how do we do it?
222.
The 222, the Bet Tov.
So you're going to build Shalom.
Yeah.
And
which is your covering.
Which is your covering.
Which you will be doing covertly.
Right. So we just and it's interesting that when you go into...
And look at that. Instead of it being sukkah with a hay, it's now got a vav, which means you're fully connected and fully filled up in the measure of meekness through the power of Father's love.
Right.
You've connected, which now is showing you that you're able to connect with others in that same matter through the power of meekness, which is love unconditional. Right. That is our true power.
So hit 5520, because we're talking about the thicket still. It's how we started in that verse that the Spirit woke me up. So now, so build this.
Yeah.
And this is tabernacle. This is the word for tabernacle.
Right.
So now build the tabernacle. And of entwined boughs. And then we know that that's from 5526. We just showed cover mercy.
And this first occurrence has lion in it, just showing that.
Okay. And 5521. Yeah, that's what I want to show. And that's in Psalms 10:9, right? As a lion in his lair lurks.
Yep.
And there's a lot in that right there. You can see that we have a dimensional Pesach.
Yep. Which is height and depth also has to do with separated. There's a separation.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that as those who are finding the narrow path of ascension, height and depth.
Right.
Through the Pei, Samek, Kuf, the mouth that speaks revelation that will show you what the wedding ring is so you can be surrounded and protected by compressing light within the circle of time. The narrow path between the light and the dark.
Right.
The stuff that was once hidden now revealed to you. So this esoteric nature of what we're teaching is now being revealed because we're in the time of the revealing.
Right.
Book of Revelation, Apocalypse. Greek word for revealing.
Absolutely.
That's literally where we are at right now. The revelation of the Christ anointing. This is what we're showing people.
Yeah, we're showing how to build yourself, and you're going to find out who you are here. So let's just go back. So we went through an explosion of some stuff right there. So now we have this sukkah. So let's go this was based off of 5526, and then it's from 5526B.
Yeah, we already saw all of that. To
Okay.
entwine.
Okay, and then
Weaving together, overshadowing.
And then I wanted to go to 5522. A sukkah with a tav.
How interesting.
And it's called
They're saying it's a foreign god.
Yeah, but again, everything is frequency and resonance. And now we need to see what's going on here.
But that was a vav. That's how it was written. And now we have the tav added.
Now we have the tav added. What's the tav?
The tav is the mark of the beast, of the kayutha, which is the one love, the strong love.
Right.
And you have the vibration signature frequency of unconditional love.
And we have 5522 on this, which is really interesting. So we're going to go into this.
And 5 is the number of grace. So the 2 teachings of grace through the 22 letters.
Right.
And 5 and 5 is 10, which is the yod, which means there's a vision that is being given to you.
So something is being built here, and this is all about us coming together as family. And I wanted to show something here. So go into the root of this, that it's 5519. Yeah, we're going to break this down in a second. So go into, we're going to just camp right here for a second. So go into this one so we can extrapolate out to see what's going on.
They're saying it's an idolatrous booth.
Right.
This is,
I know.
I get really irritated.
Again, everything's frequency. I know. I had to breathe through this too. Going, oh my, because we're being lied to, and we need to know.
I know.
This is a throng of people. This is who and what is being built right now. Because as a collective, we are God in
Look
earth.
at that.
A thicket of men. This is what is being built.
Oh my goodness. The scriptures say, do not follow a crowd. Bet you anything that's a med aleph.
Maybe.
Because this is a crowd, a thicket of men.
Yes.
That have the covenant of love. So we are not to be involved in the crowd of people that aren't in love. We are to be involved in the thicket of men that are marked with the frequency of unconditional love. Yeah. This is what the separation and the division is all about. The full of love and the loveless.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's exactly what's going on. Who is perfected love and who is living in fear?
Absolutely.
Loveful, loveless.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So this is what's being built right now. We're building ourselves individually so we can be interwoven together with the many. And this what's being built is peace and love will be an offering.
And what is it? Through the bit.
And so we're going to talk about this right now.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
It's crossing over.
Yeah.
Eber.
Yeah.
The Hebrews who've become one.